In the evening, a father took his daughter cycling along the country roads. They rode through the grass, climbed a high slope, and stopped in front of two tall trees. The father bent down, kissed his daughter's forehead to say a final goodbye, then walked down the hillside. As he looked at the small boat, he couldn't help turning back. He wanted to hug his little daughter once more. Though reluctant, he got on the boat and rowed toward the distance, disappearing at last into the horizon. The daughter waited on the shore for a long time, but in the end, she had to ride her bicycle away alone. After that day, waiting for her father became an obsession. Every day, she would ride her bicycle to the seaside. Without her father's company, the road ahead felt hard and lonely. But she wasn't afraid. She pushed against the wind and kept going forward. Every time she hit a rough patch, she would stand by the sea for a while, leaving her grievances and loneliness there, then get back on her bicycle to start again. As time passed, she made a few good friends. With friends by her side, she was no longer lonely. Even when she met steep slopes, she could cross them easily. But when passing through that stretch of woods, she would stop and stand for a moment. Urged by her friends, she quickly pulled herself together and rode on with them. Later, she met a partner she could trust for life. He would carry her on his bike as they passed through here together. Soon they had their own children, and they would bring the kids here. Her husband would play with the children by the sea, while she quietly looked into the distance, missing her father. Years later, the children grew up and left home, leaving her alone. She was old, but she never stopped missing her father. She still rode her bicycle here to gaze silently into the distance. When she grew too old to ride the bicycle, she still pushed it to the lake to miss her father. The bicycle was so old that it could barely stand upright. She gave up trying to hold the bike up, walked down, and saw a patch of tall grass. She walked to the very center of the weeds and saw the small boat her father had taken when he left. It was the first time she faced her father's death directly. She stepped into the boat and lay down in a small corner. She lay there for who knows how long, then stood up and started walking. With every few steps, her body grew younger. She went from old age back to middle age, then from middle age back to her teenage years. At that moment, she saw her father waiting not far away. She didn't dare move, afraid the father beside her would disappear again, until her father took a step forward and opened his arms. She couldn't help rushing over to hug him. In that moment, the longing she had held in her heart for so many years was finally set free.